All right, let's get this thing started. Hey, Mark.
Hey, can you hear me?
Yep, coming in hot.
Yeah, weird. My screen is like a blank screen. It's not even showing who's in the chat. Like it's just a blank. I can't even see on who any.
That's always fun.
I don't know.
If you hear me furiously typing, I'm just starting up an Electrum server.
Man, I wonder if I need to reset. I'm gonna hop off and hop on and see if it matters.
Yeah, that's fine. No worries. Let's see. Why is this not working? Uh, Let's see. Electrum status. Electrum server. Get info. Let's see. Server not running. Well, let's make it run then. Hmm. Starting server as a daemon. Should work. Okay. Well, we'll see. I'll have to mess with that after this voice chat. Oh, cool. Keefles is recording us again. Awesome. Thank you so much for your help with these voice chats that we do and posting them online. We appreciate it. Makes it easier for everybody since everybody's on different schedules.
Yeah, weird. I have a blank
Guys,
screen, so I can't even see who's in our chat. But anyway,
Well,
I
you
just
mean on
posted
the
it.
on the?
I
Yeah,
posted
sorry.
the
Go ahead,
link
Derek.
in TG chat, so hopefully
Cool.
you'll see.
Cool.
we should start off with Derek this meeting.
Oh, what?
Why do you have to put Derek on the spot? Well, actually,
Well,
he's been doing a lot of cool stuff. So yeah, we can definitely let him talk about what he's been doing with the bots and stuff.
yeah. I mean, the bots. We did the raid bot just recently.
Yeah,
Some
that
mixed
was
feelings
this week.
about it. I think this week. I think there's some mixed feelings about it, but it's just a matter of when the chat gets busier. It'll be good to use that and
Yeah,
just give some more engagement with the socials. So this past weekend has been a bit slow because of the Remembrance Day weekend. So I think as we
absolutely.
move forward, we'll be able to use it and it'll create some more engagement with our socials. Would be great.
Yeah, it's kind of it's a good way. It's a fun way to stir up the community a bit and get everybody moving around and talking. And and it helps us, and it helps overall it helps them as well.
Yeah, absolutely.
I mean, that's kind of the idea behind everything we do is that it helps the token, the coin, and the community as well. And hopefully by helping the coin and the token, it helps the community, and hopefully by helping the community, it helps the token and the coin.
That's correct.
So
Absolutely.
everything we do has a reason. But yeah, I think it's definitely a cool concept. And once our chats are busier and we're not on holidays where people are away from the computers, it's definitely a good thing.
Yeah, absolutely. And yeah, with the buy bot, we can always change the gifts, which we've been doing. So that's pretty neat.
Yep.
Yeah, little things, but these little things do add up to when the project grows.
Well, of course, a skyscraper is made out of lots of construction and piece by piece. Nobody just erects the entire thing at once.
That's right. So yeah, I'll be looking into more ideas with bots and other things to bring into the TV chat as we move
Yep.
forward and update the ones that we have. So yeah, we'll just keep building. Everyone's got their roles in the team. So
Yep. And if you build it, they will come.
that's
You
right.
got to move closer to your mic, Derek.
Oh, I see. Sorry.
I can hear him pretty well.
Oh, I'm older than you, and my ears aren't as good.
Oh my gosh. Oh yeah, you're what 85 now, 90, something like that.
Getting close.
It's all about perspective, I
Well,
guess.
I mean, I know everybody wanted like a chat yesterday, but we have to pay respect to and remember kind of the people that served in the wars, whether it's in US or Canada or wherever it is around the world. Like, so that was our day of remembrance, our weekend of remembrance. So that's kind of why we
Yeah.
didn't really want to get involved in too much marketing slash talking when we're supposed to be kind of paying respect over the weekend, right? So
Right. Yeah. I mean, it's not just about the community not really being around because it's a holiday weekend, but it's also about observing, and it's wouldn't make sense to do it when there's nobody really around, and on top of that, it's also kind of disrespectful in a sense.
Yeah,
Um,
absolutely.
regardless of everybody's feelings on it, it's like it's people go into the service as an act of nobility. It's not about whether anybody's right or wrong.
yeah.
Um, you know,
So what
um,
do you got? So what do you got going on? Like I know, what do you got going on the Verge currency side, on the coin side?
Right now, I mentioned briefly. Right now, I'm building an Electrum server, another one. This one's going to be on the ClearNet. This will help us get the Verge coin listed on Atomic Exchange. They asked for a ClearNet Electrum server. They're not able to use our Tor Electrum servers, unfortunately. So they specifically asked for a ClearNet Electrum server with an SSL certificate. And generally when I start an Electrum server, if it's just going to be something fast and something I've already done before, I'll copy the database over from one of the other nodes. But since there's been a lot of wallet updates since the previous ones were built, I'm syncing this one from scratch. As far as the Verge node goes, I'm syncing that from scratch. That actually just finished. And so instead of just copying the blockchain data over from a zip file, I synced it from block 0 all the way till now, just to make sure that the newest updates haven't affected syncing. So, and then I'm doing the same thing with the Electrum server database that it builds, syncing that from 0 instead of just copying it over from one of the other Electrum servers. Once in a while, it's important to do these things. A, because I said so, but B, again, it's just you want to make sure everything's working. It's what if one of the other Electrum databases had a small corruption in it, and then I copy that over, and it's somewhere in the middle of the database where nobody's paying attention, and I'm not looking at it while it's syncing. You could have some kind of error. It's a tiny little glitch. So, once in a while, it's best to just sync these things from scratch instead of just copying everything over. The node only took a day to sync, which is amazing. Normally, it takes anywhere from a day to 5 days. This one only took a day, so that's great. The Electrum server itself, in my experience, takes about 2 to 3 days. But I have a good feeling that since I got a decent sized server, it's gonna be a lot faster. But don't quote me on that. It's just a feeling I have. So, maximum 2 to 3 days tops, it'll be up and running, and then I'll have that sent over to Atomic, and then, whatever, however long it takes them to implement it, that's it's on their end. But I don't think it'll take them very long. They're very active. They're a very active group. And then there'll be other benefits that come from this ClearNet Electrum server. I could always create an Android wallet rather, that uses the Electrum ClearNet, and then users won't have to use Orbot. However, their IP address won't be protected from the network. So you kind of you gain by not having to use Orbot, but you also lose by not having your IP protected. So there's a lot of benefits that can come from it. Ease of use is one. Also, I can implement this into the old Electrum wallets and create a newer version, and then users can use that as well. So yeah, that's what I'm up to on that side. The two things that I just briefly mentioned, because I speak kind of fast and I had a lot of coffee, is that we're going to be having a Atomic Exchange listing out of this Electrum server, and potentially a new Android wallet that doesn't require Orbot. It'll just be a standalone app that works.
This is Atomic Wallet, right?
Yes.
Oh man, I remember. Do you remember when we partnered with them? That was so freaking exciting. I met Andrew from Atomic Wallet at the World CryptoCon in 2019. Remember when we were partnering with? That was just after we partnered with Change Now, and then remember Andrew was our surprise partnership at the World CryptoCon, and that was in October of 2019.
Yeah, that was a minute ago, huh?
Yeah, they've grown like
Yeah, they have.
astronomically.
It's cool to see partners, like especially like Change Now is another one. The other one you mentioned. It's cool to see people grow horizontal and vertically.
Yeah, Change
Because
Now is another one.
especially in the crypto industry, you see so many people are like a firework. They come, they get really popular, and all of a sudden they disappear. Where they grew too fast and it wasn't sustainable. And then you see other guys just just take their time and they expand and they do it right. And it's nice to see that stuff.
It's really nice to see some of these partners just building in the background. Like
Yeah.
they've got a proper business model with proper roles, and they're building the way they should be building and not listening to any outside noise. They're concentrating on what they should be concentrating on, right?
And they're doing it sustainably, which is not easy because there's no manual on how to grow a business in crypto.
No. So the Electrum server, so as an example, like for the non-token people, like how many servers are you running? Like, do you actually run full time?
Uh, oof. Boy, probably 15 or so, and they cost anywhere from $5 a month to $40 a month.
Huh.
Yeah.
Well,
and
yeah. Yeah,
that's and
there's
that's and that's
certain
just me.
yeah, there's certainly some costs involved. I mean, so
Oh yeah, I told you. I mean, my average expenses for Verge on a monthly basis is anywhere from $200 to $800. It really all depends on what servers I'm running at the time, and sometimes I'm able to consolidate. Other times I just can't. So, like the this election server, I plan on just leaving up indefinitely. It's going to have a cost of about $25 a month, and that's what two 300 a month, 300 a year rather.
yeah, yeah, there's certainly costs involved for sure. So there's yeah, actually I'm gonna circle back to Atomic Wallet. I've got a chat open actually right now. So I'm glad that you brought that up because I'm gonna circle back and have a conversation with them. Um,
Nice.
but yeah,
Yeah,
Change Now is another one of those companies that's just that whole group is building like crazy, and they're
yeah,
not listening to outside noise. They're just doing their thing and building, and
that's
man, are
right.
they nice. They're so nice to talk to all the time, actually.
Yeah, they're a vibrant group of young people, which is really cool to see. And even during the bear market, where it's probably hardest to grow, and you hear about all these layoffs and companies downsizing, these guys just slowly expanded, day by day. Just they put in the work and they expand, and they do it in a sustainable way. Obviously, otherwise they'd be nothing. They wouldn't have added all these other companies like Change. Was it Now Nodes? Provides APIs for their clients or their assets, which are basically coins and tokens on their they've accepted into their network. So they offer basically on our side they offer Verge nodes to people who want to build on the Verge network. They offer APIs that can do just about anything, and you just sign up and you can use a Verge node to create wallets, to send transactions, to check blockchain info, stuff like that.
Well, then they have Now Payments, which is the retail kind of the merchant division
Yep.
where a merchant can accept payments through Now Payments. And then they have Now
Yeah.
Wallet. If I don't know
Yeah.
if you've ever been in a Now Wallet, but Now Wallet is actually a freaking pretty good, pretty nice wallet.
Yeah, and now payments is really cool because they have like a rainbow spectrum of plugins for all different types of e-commerce sites like WordPress, etc. That allow you to accept the payments on the website. So it's not just like you don't just go to the. It's a very simple process. Like if any of you out there have run a WordPress site, which a lot of these e-commerce sites are built out of, you just can just literally put a plugin in into the shopping cart, and it's like boom, now your shopping cart can accept all different types of crypto that Now Payments accepts. And it's really cool and it's really easy, and they have a really good menu behind it. Like an admin configuration menu. It's very simple to use. Their customer service is like unheard of. Like I mean, customer service in crypto is very hard to get. There's a lot of big companies out there. I'm not going to name names and insult anybody. There's a lot of big companies out there that you'll never speak to a human, ever.
Mhm.
And they're not like that, which is really cool. They actually care. I mean, you don't even have to be working with them yet. You can ask them questions and find a human, which is just unheard of in crypto. You know.
Yeah, they always engage well. Like
Yeah.
they're pretty well like a tier one swap. Like they're not an exchange, not to be confused with the exchange, but they're pretty well
Sure.
like a tier one swap company. Like
Yeah.
they're
Yep.
and they have almost everything for a full ecosystem, but
Yeah.
I mean that's our goal. I know we talk about our vision and your vision all the time about getting in every single freaking person's hands around the
Anywhere and
world.
everywhere.
And I think the way to do that is to focus on having everything in like a super wallet. Like I actually envision us having like a super wallet where it's like I think about my banking app now. It's like, okay, I type in a person's name, I can just e-transfer money, whatever it is. So I'm thinking with crypto, make it just as easy. So I just type in your name
Mhm.
and I can swap from token to currency over and over, whatever I want to do. I can use the token for token for utility or the coin for making payments. And then we have like a debit card inside that wallet
Yep.
provided by a third party or whatever it
Yeah.
is, where you can just, you have tokens, you swap them over the coin and pay with your debit card at the merchant, whatever that MasterCard. Because remember, years ago, I used to pay with Verge. Remember all those videos? I used to go to the bank machine and take out my Verge right from the bank machine.
Yeah.
And that card was through Union Pay, but I don't think Union Pay does it anymore.
Well, I mean, I
But
can't
it,
imagine the headache of having a credit card, for crypto under your company. I mean, it's a lot of countries make it really difficult.
so I envision like this super wallet where we develop and come out with this super wallet with the help of partners,
Yep.
and we offer everything in there. And maybe we even come up with our own chat GPT like AI, maybe, because I think we're able to do that. So we can actually have whatever AI inside of our wallet. So I envision having a super wallet for everything. That's what I kind of envision, because
Yeah.
that's how we're going to build a full ecosystem. We have to
Mhm.
make it one click friendly for everybody. And
Yeah.
anyways, and that's just kind of that was just kind of my vision, when I can look down at my phone, have one wallet, because then we just market that wallet.
Yeah. 100%. And we try to make it non-custodial, obviously.
Yeah.
I mean, the best thing everybody knows is to be able to access your coins are yours no matter where they're kept. And
Yep.
that's it's a big surprise, kind of, honestly, when I remember when decentralized exchanges first came out. I want to say in the mid 2000 teens. I was like, wow, this is the future of crypto. This is amazing. Everybody gets to keep their coins and hold on to them. But it's insane to see that Dexis really haven't took off.
Well, they're starting to come around. I
Uh,
feel like
but that's where I was going next. Is like, it seems like they're finally starting to get a little bit of a fire underneath them.
mhm, I see more and more Web3 wallets coming out, and
Well,
obviously we,
that's another thing to talk about too. That's happened this week for us.
well,
Um,
people can argue that, hey, your every token is on a Web3 wallet. That's not
well,
true.
that's not true at all.
Nope, it's not
No,
true. And
no, most tokens aren't.
and we're bringing awareness to it. So
Yeah,
where some projects are spending lots of money on influencers and doing whatever they want to do, we're trying to spend the money in the right places and leverage our
yeah,
current relationships. Like, I can't, like, from my perspective, being the guy that kind of reaches out to the exchanges and the partners and that stuff, like, I can't. I was just joking. Oh, actually, I was just speaking to Derek about this earlier, about how there's tokens that come out from a known scammer's wallet, but yet
yeah,
every exchange lists that token. Like, all of a
yeah,
sudden you just see, like, every 10 minutes there's a new exchange listing this token that's known to come out from a scammer's wallet.
yeah.
And meanwhile, I'm getting emails from exchanges, some of these same exchanges that are asking for
Oh,
whatever they're asking for. Let's just say 100 grand.
yeah,
Like, I'm going to be honest with you. In business, we have to focus on spending our money in the right places. That's going to benefit the project, not
yeah,
and
yep,
our community. Like, I don't want, I would hate to list on an exchange just to see that exchange pump for 3 days or two
hmm,
days. And then our community comes in there under whatever you want to call it, FOMO. And then our community buys the top. Meanwhile, the volume's going down because it was a pump exchange. Like,
right.
that seems asinine to me, that I would spend money to hurt my own community.
Yeah.
Like,
Well, I
why
mean,
would I?
it's yeah, that's
I look at
detrimental.
I look at some of these exchanges, and then I look back into the hundreds of tokens that I've been watching for the last year. Like, people have to understand, before we launched this token, Derek and I spent hundreds and hundreds and maybe thousands of hours. We looked at like 100 different token projects over the last year, and him and I paid attention to the token projects and the pathway they were taking and the decisions that they made versus the end result of those decisions. Derek and I studied it for a year, like
Yep.
100 tokens, over 100 tokens, and we watched as these exchanges were getting listed because some of these tokens were succumbing to the pressure from the community. The community was
Yeah.
saying, when exchange, when exchange. So finally, some of these tokens were saying, oh yeah, they just went and bought an exchange. And then so now I look at the volume in that exchange 4 months later or 5 months later with that token,
It's
and the
zero.
volume is $30.
Yeah,
So
which is zero.
I've even actually seen some tokens ask those exchanges that listed them for lots of money to actually delist them later on.
Wow.
That's not, to me, okay, fine, that's that project. They made a mistake. There's no problem with mistakes. There is no problem with mistakes
Sure.
in business. But I have to believe that if Derek and I have been watching these tokens for the last year and the pathway that they've taken, I have to believe that I don't want to make those same mistakes.
Sure, of course.
Like,
Well, it's because a lot of people don't care. Well, see, there's two different types of people too that launch it. There's people that actually are there and they say, "Hi, I'm so and so, and this is the token that we're doing." And there's other people that are anonymous groups of people, or they have fake names and they don't care about their reputation.
well, I certainly care about my reputation, I'll tell you that.
Yeah, of course.
Because if I didn't, I wouldn't be all over the internet with my nice fancy dancy suit and my picture and my own website. And
A face,
I need,
a face that only a mother could love.
apparently,
Time for a
apparently.
suit upgrade there, Mark.
Yeah. Well, I think our whole goal is transactions. Like our whole
Yeah,
goal would be to get
usage.
millions and millions in usage, complete usage. So
Yeah,
I have to believe that I don't really want to come out and tell the community our exact plans because if it's being recorded, I just don't want other projects to come in
and figure it out for
and
themselves.
figure it out themselves. But what I can tell you is our focus is going to be on usage and transactions.
Of course,
My focus isn't going to be on making the rich richer. That's
of
not going to
course.
be my focus.
Right.
We have exchange partners that we're currently with, and I love those exchange partners, and we have chats open with them. Love those partners, love them since they listed us. But at the end of the day, I don't know if I'm too interested in paying a tier 3 exchange lots of money
There's
just
no
so.
reason to. It's
Here,
unsustainable.
here's what some of the exchanges have asked me to do. Some of the exchanges have said, we need you to pay to list for development costs. Well, how much is it in development costs to flip a switch for an ERC-20? Not much. So then they say, great, supplies liquidity. Okay, no problem. We'll supply liquidity. Then they say, great, well, we need you to actually supply marketing money too. Okay, wait a minute here. Now it's getting ridiculous because it's like, now I'm supplying liquidity, I'm paying a fee, and I'm supplying marketing money for my own project. Wait a minute here. Who's making the money here? It's
Right.
the exchange that's making the money. So
I mean, they're
all that
essentially asking you to do their job.
they're essentially asking me to pay their wage, is like
Yeah.
their salaries
Exactly.
until
Yeah.
they move on to the next token.
Exactly.
Because let's be honest, they want us to pay for marketing. Oh yeah, contests and this and giveaways and trading volume contests. Okay, so we pay for a trading volume contest on an exchange where the exchange makes the money from the volume.
Right. They're basically
How,
saying do our marketing job for us.
but how does that make sense when I'm actually going to pay the exchange so that they can make money off our community's volume? Like it makes no sense to me. Oh, XVG Energy, are you willing to pay for a tier 1 exchange? Now, are we all sure that they know what tier 1 exchange is? Because I've been reading this for the last year about tier 1, 2, and 3 exchanges.
Mhm.
So does everybody really know what a tier 1 exchange? Here's what I can tell you. I'm interested in working with the partners we have now. That's what I'm interested in. So I'm interested in
And
having a
we have several
conversation
tier
with them.
ones.
I'm interested in, let's just say tier ones, which what these people think tier ones are. Would we pay the money to get on a tier one exchange? Absolutely, we would. But it has to not just benefit the exchange, it has to benefit our community too. We need to know that an exchange is there with us as well, like walking beside us as well, like that actually care about what our project is, not just calling our coin a token because they copy paste their emails. Like
Yeah.
tier one is, yeah, tier one is, I mean, he's valid point, Jay. I mean, tier one is Binance, KuCoin. I don't know what you want to call tier one, Coinbase, Kraken, maybe OKX, Hobie, maybe.
Mhm.
But I don't. I mean, at the end of the day, Justin, we all know, and we talk as a team all the time. A, protect our community. B, love our community. C, do everything that the community needs to do, and that's transactions. That's not. Let's just be honest. If we go and list on some of these exchanges, 50% of our community are going to get freaking stuck at the top. And I don't want to be dealing with freaking messages and Telegram saying, "Well, I bought the top. When's it going to go up again?" That's
Well, if only we had crystal balls.
we want utility. We want utility, utility, utility,
That's
utility,
right.
use case, use case, use case.
Ooh,
And
a wild
I
vein appeared.
and I and I am talking to a lot of exchanges and talking to a lot of partners every day. I wake up at 6 in the morning every day. I'm 60 hours a week into Verge, much
Oh
like
yeah.
I have always been. You are too, Justin. Like we're
Oh yeah. We talked
Julian,
from the crack of dawn until until late at night.
but I am not going to succumb to pressure of just getting any exchange. Some of these exchange have big kahunas, man, to email me and just
Yeah.
I
Have a list of demands.
when I look in there, yeah, and I yeah, exactly. Um, so that's kind of my spiel on exchanges. It was long-winded,
Yeah.
and I apologize to the community
Yeah.
listening for that. But I just,
Well, it's because you're passionate.
I,
And
I'm
I agree with everything you're saying.
I'm passionate about wanting to do the right thing, and I'm passionate about being in this for the long haul and trying to make the right decisions with the amount of funding that we have.
Right. Yeah, that's the other thing too that a lot of people seem to forget is that the money that we raised has to last inevitably. It's not we can't do races every year. You know what I mean? So we have a certain amount of money to work with for the rest of the life of this token.
Well, yes. Oh, wanted to ask when the updates are due for the website. That's going to be on Justin.
Yeah, so I'm slowly working on that. It's a process. Our website is open source on github.com/Verge Currency/Verge Currency.com. But yeah, it's I can't just slap information into it. It's all about sticking to the branding that we have now, sticking to the format we have now. Luckily, one of our team members is fantastic with graphics and has already supplied me with some. And the other stuff is like we just did we release the white paper yet?
Oh, the white paper. Oh,
We didn't release that yet, right?
that's the first time the community has ever heard about our white paper.
Yeah.
Drum roll.
Okay. So I did a white
Oh,
paper this week as well, um, and
oh,
that'll go on the website. So yeah, so basically we're slowly dividing the website into to have the token on there, and it's something that has to be done very cautiously. Almost like surgery. I don't just slap token information everywhere. It's kind of like I want to differentiate between the two, make it everything easy to find, and the distinction between the coin and the token as well. Um, so soon when you click white paper, we'll have, or when you find the white paper link, you'll see white paper, Verge coin, and then white paper ERC-20 token. We'll have, so everything's going up there. But yeah, we just did the white paper. Some tier one exchanges that we're talking to right now wanted a white paper, so we drafted one up, and that's actually on. Well, actually, I'm not gonna. Yeah, whatever. It's in the GitHub. Go find it if you want to. Otherwise, it'll be. We'll make an announcement, and
did
that'll
you
probably
just
be.
though?
Shh, no, 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 no. Well, I didn't say the
Okay.
exact location.
Oh my God. So Derek's going to have to get the white paper on the bot sooner than later. So anyway, community, whoever's lucky enough to be listening, I guess Justin just told you that we have a white paper. Yeah. Oh, GA just, how is the work on XVG ETH bridge going? It's not a bridge, Jay. It's not going to
Yeah.
be a bridge. Let's not confuse a bridge with a swap. It is not one-for-one bridge. So Jay, I talked about this before, but I'll mention it again in case you weren't around. A bridge would mean that there's going to be custody, even if it's for a second, 2 seconds, 3 seconds, 5 seconds, 10 minutes, however long it takes to bridge, that would mean custody. We are not legally in the custody business. We're not going to be in the custody business. So it's going to be a swap. It's going to be a swap with a partner, maybe two partners, maybe three partners, whatever it is, but it's going to be a swap. I had a meeting this morning with a partner at 7 o'clock my time. Yes, I was up at 6 in my very first meeting at 7. Finished my first meeting, went into 2 more meetings after that.
I saw that
That
conversation, by the
that
way.
is my focus right now. That is my focus right now is a swap.
Yeah.
A decent swap with a decent partner that cares about our project, that cares about the vision, and wants to walk with us for the remainder.
Right.
But again, all this takes money. Nothing is
Mhm.
for free in this world.
And
Um,
discussion agreements.
don't and Jay, don't be sorry for a mistake on terminology. Please never apologize to me.
But
I
yeah,
don't
that's
want to see.
that's an easy mix up.
I don't want to see you saying sorry again to me in Telegram, Jay. Don't be
Well,
sorry.
well, you know what the problem is too is that's not even a simple mistake. It's a lot of there's two types of people that run a bridge. There's money service businesses, you know, like exchanges that do it. And then there's irresponsible people who do it, and then there's irresponsible people who get hacked, and then they have
Yeah,
no way of reconciling the people whose money is gone, and they just disappear. And there's no legal you know there's no legal reciprocity or way to get your money back. So
yeah,
you know, it's you know, asking us. I mean, in all honesty, straight up, none of us have any interest in being responsible for everybody's funds. You know, we leave that up to people who already do it, who are registered money service businesses or financial, you know, exchanges. Um, it's yeah. Well, terminology is easy to mix up, you know, and the crypto world is still relatively new, and new terms are coming out all the time. Bridges are not a term that's been around forever. Only the last couple
no.
2 years, 3 years tops. Um, and one thing, you know, from me and Mark's perspective, seeing it is that they are one of the top targets of people to hack crypto. When you launch a bridge, whether you're a money service business or just a person doing it on your own, you are a target for hack, and you are going to be attacked almost 24/7. Um, which is something I learned. You know, I have servers that I've been running now for 10 years, and I can go to the logs, and my servers are being attacked every millisecond. That's not an exaggeration. Not every second, every millisecond. And my logs are telling me every millisecond that where these attacks are coming from. Fortunately, 99.9% of them are harmless and never stand a chance. You know, I use keys for my servers. I don't use passwords. So, and most of them are just, you know, trying to brute force passwords. Um, you know, so that's you know it's an easy mix up.
I've
Swaps are safer than bridges, sure. I would say so.
yeah,
Um,
yeah.
Also, remember to create a bridge, you have to be able to control minting new tokens, which is not something we can do. We can't just create new Verge tokens. You know, we can't say, hey, let's just print you know a billion new Verge tokens right now. We can't do that. Bridges can mint and burn tokens at will, which is what they do. So when you send a swap through a bridge, the whatever you're going in with gets burned, and then whatever you're coming out with gets minted usually. Um, and that's just not we don't have the we don't have a money printer, and we don't like the idea of a money printer. It's not truly deflationary when you can create more, um, and that's
Well,
really all I'll say about that.
Verge coin is, let's just say it's a $98 million market cap. I don't know what it is right now, but
Yeah.
so to create a bridge, that person responsible for minting and burning, so sorry,
Hmm.
burning and then reminting,
Yes.
they're going to have probably upwards of $5 million available to them in case there
Yes.
is a
Yes.
heavy order for bridge coming. So for a guy to spend $5 million, have it sit there, typically you want to have that as maximum 5% of your wealth. So if you need $5 million, and that has to represent 5% of your total wealth, right? Because it's a gambling industry. Really, that's what it comes down to, because it's not it hasn't been around long enough to not be called a gambling industry yet. But so swaps are definitely safer because you're just swapping. So most people, what they don't understand is when they use exchanges, they're actually just swapping. But an exchange is just an exchange, but they're actually swapping, because you're swapping your whatever, your Verge coin for Ethereum. That you would be swapping, except it's an exchange with order books, right? Whereas a swap simplifies everything and there's no order books. That swap is just giving you the best price, the best market price at that time through their liquidity partners. So let's just say a swap service has 5 liquidity partners. Those 5 liquidity partners are going to spit out a price to them for that swap, whatever you're swapping, the coin to the token. It's up to that swap partner to pull out that best competitive price at that time and then swap back and forth. But going back to what we have in our storage for money, what we raised, that money that we raised has to last us not a day, not 2 days, but it has to last us for the duration of the project. So
Yes.
I'm not going to front spend. I'm not going to front spend my own project. Like, that would be absolutely stupid to front spend my own project, where we front spend it all and then
Yeah.
we're
It's
screaming
putting
and
all your eggs. It's putting all your eggs in one basket.
I because then I'm leaving my community out to dry. Like, I'm not.
And then it's not only putting your eggs in one basket, but it's putting your eggs in a basket that might have holes in it, and you have no clue if it does or not.
That's exactly it. And remember, guys, in the community, I've been around. I've been around Verge for coin for a very long time, donating my time for the best of the community and the best of
Yes.
Verge Currency. It's no different than the token, but now with the token, I'm a little bit more vocal, I guess you could say. So now I'm holding this ecosystem so freaking close to my heart right now,
Yeah.
and Derek is too, that we
Mhm.
just, man, this is an opportunity for Verge to win.
Yeah.
Maybe not
Well,
tomorrow, maybe not the
so
next day, but
long term. Well, we're in it to win it, and that's long term.
the community is a big part of it. And
Yeah.
however you want to support community, go tell your friends about, not about buying something necessarily, but just go tell your friends that we're a cool
Read about it. Learn
community.
about it.
Learn and come
Yeah.
back and ask us. One thing that our team will never shy away from: 2 things: questions and constructive criticism. I will
Sure.
never, ever, ever, ever shy away from a question, and I will never
Hmm.
shy away from constructive criticism,
Hmm.
because every good decision should withstand scrutiny. So if you want to come
Of
into
course.
Telegram and ask a question, ask the question. If you want to come in and give constructive criticism, so constructive criticism would be challenge, solution, challenge, solution. So come in with a challenge, but offer maybe a solution. We have a support community input and ideas. We have that channel open for people's
Yes.
ideas. We're reading them all.
Hmm.
And one guy nailed it actually today, that you said this is a cool idea. That
Yeah.
dude's idea was so close to what we want to achieve.
Absolutely. I mean, and that's just more evidence, that we do take these suggestions seriously. Sometimes I say, so if I don't like an idea, I don't just say no. I say why I don't like the idea, and then sometimes I'll even add my own input and say maybe spinning it like this is a better idea. Maybe we could do it this way. But if I see a weakness in an idea, sometimes ideas are great, and the person who suggested it doesn't understand why we can't implement it though. So I'll generally
Right.
try to say why. And then I'll even maybe put in my own thoughts. Maybe we could do it this way, or sometimes if people have a great idea and it's 100% a great idea, I'll say this is a cool idea. Period. That's it. This is a cool idea, and I'm taking into consideration it's something that we think about the logistics to. How can we make this happen? Is the next step, and that's something that we don't do in the chat because and then we don't need everybody just sitting there and adding more input to it or not understanding what we're talking about. But we just start going over logistics. So I'll tell you what the guys great idea was. XVG, how can we combine basically the two currencies? XVG, the coin, is a payment currency. XVG ERC is the bank. the ERC-20 token could be used like a wallet where friends can pay each other with their phone number without a QR code or a wallet address. Just send it right to the phone number, which is also kind of like how Zelle works. If you guys are
Yeah.
familiar with that with banks, it's a really cool concept. The payment app, that technology can be made with payments to smart contracts. I send so and so $50 in worth of XVG coin from my ERC app to his phone number on the condition that he finishes mowing the lawn. So basically, you'd be able to set up smart contracts with time locks on them or multi-sigs, and then you both accept it and everything's good, and the transfer is made. And it's a really cool concept. It can be done legally if you're self-employed. You just need to pay, taxes, VATs, imposed on the state autonomously off the blockchain. It could be, it would be massive adoption. It would make Verge a gigantic project. 100%, I agree with all of that. I almost cursed. It's an effing great idea, and that's all I had to say about it. And then since I read that, I started thinking about the logistics and how it could be done. That's what this input box is all about. And I love reading ideas. Um, sometimes they're good ideas, but they're small ideas that just don't, they make sense to the person that said it, but then it's like, overall, is that a great idea? If you want to add us to it, sometimes it's like, hey, can we add Verge to this tiny little exchange? And then we contact that exchange and they're like, yeah, we just want $250,000 and $100,000 with your token. Well, that's not going to work. But I'm not going to go and respond to the person, this is a bad idea. No, it's a good idea. Getting us added anywhere, to a network, to an exchange, to a service, it's a great idea. So, sometimes they don't work out, or we look into it and it's just not worth it. It's not sustainable. Like Mark was saying earlier, we're not going to just say yes to all these tier 3 exchanges, that want, a ton of money, 6 figures US dollar worth of, Bitcoin or Ethereum or whatever. And then they also want, a 6-figure amount of our token. And it's like, we're not getting anything from that. And then we're basically doing all their work. So Mark's basically dealing with our swap partners and our top tier 1 exchange partners that we currently work with Verge. We don't need to name names. You guys can go look on CoinMarketCap and see who those partners are, and the people that have had us listed forever. We have relationships with all of them. I see Mark's conversations with them. I saw his conversation after he got out of his meeting this morning. I didn't reply to it because I wasn't in the meeting, and it's, I'm not going to waste Mark's time. He's on top of that, and I'm, doing my own thing too. Everybody in the group, in our little team, is autonomous. We have people that work on graphics, videos, press. There's other people that are working on the random community members are also looking at our or core members rather are looking at our chain and throwing hash power on algorithms. And that was their idea. Everybody's kind of autonomous and just kind of figures things out and just does whatever they think is in the best interest at that moment for the coin or the token. And and that's really what it's all about. We kind of have a dream team going on, where everybody has their own specialty. Derek's been working on the bots, Rosebot and the Capture Bot, and what's it called, the Shield Bot that we have now, the buy bots. We have all kinds of stuff going on. Julian on our team is our farm specialist. We have all these different people working on all these different things, and it's awesome. And
he said that farm is killer. Like, he said that farm is like straight up like a beast. He said it's going super well.
Yeah, I've heard the same. It'd be really cool is if we were somehow able to get like a visual on the farm screen that shows what's gone into the farm specifically. But I've seen our liquidity go up, and if you read the contracts and follow addresses, you can see exactly how it's working. But yeah, it's going really well from what I've seen as well. So that was really nice.
He's working on that article. He's working on an article right now to tell the community how well it's gone.
Dude, that's amazing. See, and like that was just and that's why like we don't mess with each other when we have ideas, we just kind of do them.
Well, Camel released that video on YouTube. That guy's a beast when it comes to videos, and this is what our team does. So, one thing I would like to ask the community, though, and I know it is recorded, is go into wallet support community input on ideas and kind of lightly tell us, being a younger generation, what makes your boat float in a wallet when you're thinking about an app and you're thinking about doing daily transactions and you're thinking about your banking apps. What does it for you? What do you love about the current wallets that you use that you wish that were all in one wallet? Like, really real ideas. Because that might be our natural next step, is an overhaul where we have like a master super wallet. And anyway, I think I'm rambling on about this stuff now. I think I've kind of told everybody what I'm working on. You're working on the website. Derek is working on making sure I'm still up at midnight with bot questions. City Boy is working on graphics, and that guy produces graphics like no tomorrow, like quick too. So, and then we got Mihal from the core team, from the Verge Currency core team, was out in Dubai speaking to a bunch of people. So, actually, he was out there with Bob, I think, or Robert from Voice Life. But anyway, yeah, and that's about all I've got. Like, that's all I've really got, is that I'm constantly working on emails and swaps and conversations in Telegram. That's all I have anyway.
Yep.
You should do like a massive burn tonight, dude. I feel great.
Oh man, that's a good idea.
Like a massive one. I don't know what's considered massive. What is considered massive? I don't know, dude.
Oh, yeah, that's a good question. Really
Hey
good
Jay,
question.
thanks for your questions, buddy. Keep them coming, and please, again, don't apologize to me in Telegram, dude. There's going to be no reason to apologize unless you're really name calling my family or cutting my family down or cutting my kids down or something like that. Then I'll get a bit upset. But just ask questions, man. Just ask questions and educate yourself. That's the biggest thing we can do in crypto, is educate ourselves. So anyway,
Well,
what is a massive burn? Like, what do you want to do?
Well, I think we've been burning like 66 million coins or something like that in the last couple burns. I'm thinking we should just go all out and burn like a effing $250 million of them.
What?
Yeah, why not?
Heck?
I mean, that's what they're there for.
Hold on one sec, dude. Okay, so you hold on.
What?
We should hold on, dude. We should talk about this. Let's go. Hold on. 200.
I don't want to talk about
it. Dude, let me just pull something up really quick. I gotta pull this up. What? Just the market. What has the market been set at, Verge, right now? Like on the open market, 0.0002. Hold on. 0.0002160 times. How many freaking zeros is that?
I don't know. You're asking me a question outside of my realm.
Is that like $54,000 US?
Sure. Yeah, that sounds about right, because 60-something million was about a quarter of that, so sure.
Yeah. You're going to burn $54,000 in USD value.
Yeah, well, it seems like it's about 26 Ethereum worth.
You obviously had way too much Red Bull.
No, I was drinking quadruple espressos, thanks.
Oh,
little different fuel today. I'm doing it. I don't care.
Do
I have objections? Are you going to stop me? Let me ask you that. Are you going to stop me?
No, but I was just kind of wondering about the discussion ahead of time. Like, you're nuts, dude.
I'm doing it. 3.
Whatever.
Tell me you won't be my friend after, and I won't.
Tell you what?
I said, tell me that you won't be my friend after I do it, and I won't do it.
Oh, you're like a brother to me. I could never tell you that, man.
All right, well, I'm doing it then. I'm pulling the trigger.
I would wipe your butt if you're in a wheelchair and old.
Oh my God. All right, I'm getting rid of my girlfriend and I'm marrying you.
Well, how do I tell my wife this? Sorry, honey, we're inviting another one in. I mean, how do I?
By the way, Mark, I was in a horrible accident earlier today, and I'm typing from a keyboard.
Oh boy, how would I tell my wife that? Hey, this is my friend Justin, and he's just moving in, not to the house, but to our bedroom.
Your family's growing, Mark.
Okay, well, burn them all before I get really upset.
All right, I think I just did. I just wanted to hear that we'd be okay.
So how much are we burning in total?
Lots, dude.
250 million coins I just burned. They're gone forever.
Really?
Yeah. Look, I just posted a link in the chat. They're gone. Yeah, they're
You
gone now.
actually did. You actually did do it.
I just burned 250 million tokens. They're gone forever.
Sweet.
I have no way to retrieve them. They're sent to dead.
So is
Huh.
it safe to say that almost every time we do a VC, we're burning tokens, or it's just a maybe?
Maybe.
Well,
Most
maybe.
50-50 shot.
Well, no,
It
we don't
depends on
want to
how
tell.
depends on how froggy we're feeling.
Oh my God, I didn't click that Etherscan link because it's just like I don't want to.
Yeah,
Anyway.
it's a lot. It's a lot.
That is a lot, man. 250 million.
Nice.
Yeah.
You know what,
Wow.
dude? You should just burn the rest on Christmas Day. The community would love that. Like Christmas Day, burn them all. Burn
Or-
every single last token on Christmas Day.
Or maybe on New Year's Eve, or maybe we split it between the two.
Or maybe we do a buyback and a burn. I don't know. Okay, I gotta go to bed. 250 million gone. I don't know what got it. I don't know what got into you tonight, dude. But that was like a triple header all in one. Like, anyway.
Yeah, I mean, sometimes you feel froggy and you just got to jump, right?
Ooh, that's cool. I'm not gonna click it. I have to click it because I gotta post it on Twitter.
Just close your eyes.
Jolo probably just made a ping of it. Was that an image? Did he just make
yeah.
an image of it? Probably did.
Yeah, he just screen capped it. He just verified it. He just verified it.
Of course he did. I guess I'm assuming it's a he. I shouldn't be saying that because I don't know Jolo.
Well, yeah. Come on, man. Don't assume people's gender. It's 2023.
Yeah, I shouldn't assume it's a he. So, Jolo. Good job.
Yep. Now there are less technically in circulation, even though we don't plan on touching the burn wallet. I mean, it's just for fun. So, but less tokens, and that's it. That's all
We
there is
gotta
to it.
update the exchanges to reflect the correct amount of circulation. Huh.
Oh boy,
All
that
right.
was fun.
Well, I'm glad you had fun. Oh my God.
I'm gonna get so much shit for this when we get off this voice chat. Mark's gonna be like, "Dude, come on, what are you doing?" That's okay.
No, I'm gonna phone Derek right away and yell at him just because it's not his problem.
Yeah, if you yell at me, I'll start burning more.
Yeah,
Set
that's
the whole place on fire.
That's a slippery slope. Now the community is going to be like, yeah, go yell at Justin, go argue with him. All right. Well,
that's a good time.
That's about it. That's all I have.
Oh, that was almost an hour anyway. Can we get Etherscan to update supply? That's a good idea, Butler. I'm not sure how they do that, but I have been trying to keep track of the burns when we speak with other services and partners. In a great world, it'd be awesome is if they could just scan the dead address, because for those that don't know, the address that we send to is all zeros with DEAD at the end. The purpose behind that is kind of labeling it. In crypto, we have the ability to make what we call a vanity address sometimes, where maybe the first 2 or 3 letters of the address are something that we customize. However, in order to do a vanity address, you actually have to put hash power into it and use your graphics card or your CPU to basically do a bunch of work in order to get that. The more letters that you want to customize, you could probably do up to maybe 3 or 4. The more that you do, you have to put more work into. It could take anywhere from a couple of hours to a couple of days just to get a couple of letters in there. So the idea behind sending to an address that's OX and then all zeros with a DEAD is that it's not possible for anybody to just retrieve those tokens out of it. You can try to run a vanity address right now and get that address as keys, but it'll never happen. You don't have the computing power, and you don't have the lifespan, unfortunately, as a human to do it. Your computer will still be running it while you're long dead. So that's just the I've had a lot of people ask me, like, what is this null OX0, but it says DEAD at the end. How come it's an address? Well, that's how we burn. We send to an address that's where the coins are irretrievable. And if you actually go into that address, you'll see other token burns there. Even Ethereum burns, which I think is wild. Let me see how many. The balance is 12,000 Ethereum in that wallet. 12,000 Ethereum have been burned in there forever. Almost $26 million worth of Ethereum itself has been burned in there, and then another $15 million worth of tokens have been burned in that address. They're irretrievable. Nobody can get them. And if you look at the first transaction until now, there's never been a transaction that came out of it. So that's just to help you guys understand how a burn address works. So yeah, it's a lot of fun to just send coins to an irretrievable address, knowing that nobody will ever be able to get them. But it's still public, and you can see where the transaction went. Because if burns were like invisible, that wouldn't be as fun, and it wouldn't be you wouldn't be able to really prove that it even happened. You just have to trust people. And unlike myself, many people that run projects are just anonymous, and if they're telling you that they're burning stuff and you have no proof, it might be a little bit silly to just blindly trust people. And I'm not a big fan of blind trust, especially in crypto. But anyways, yeah, we've been on for about an hour. I want to thank everybody for joining and listening to our rambling for the last 50 some odd minutes. Anybody else have any? Yeah, of course. Thank you, Keefles, for recording this and posting it. We appreciate it. We try to get more views on your YouTube videos when you upload these by reposting them from the main account. So everybody look either tonight or tomorrow at the Verge Twitter. If you didn't get to listen, I'll actually type that in the chat. If you didn't get to listen tonight, we will be retweeting Keefles' recording of this that he posts to his YouTube channel tonight or tomorrow, probably most likely tomorrow. But yeah, we really appreciate it, everybody.
So is it 250 million you burned, right?
Yeah, it's gone for revs. No looking back now. Oh my God, no, it was 2.5 billion. Oh crap.
Oh, really?
Just kidding. Just kidding.
Wow, wow. All right.
Oh my God, I accidentally burned all the token holders coins. Oh no, how did that even happen?
Oh.
Oh well.
Yeah, you wouldn't be speaking right now, man.
No, I'd be like, oh God.
You'd
I
be
don't know what I
looking
would
at
do.
you'd be looking at your like cameras around your house already.
Yeah, I'd be on the phone with a lawyer and a bodyguard service.
Oof. Yeah. Wow. Okay, cool. That's it, eh? Huh. Till next time, I guess.
Next week.
Yeah. Well, I mean, we'll be in the chats around as always. We're always in these chats, but we'll do another voice chat. Yeah, sometime probably next weekend. Friday, Saturday, Sunday, somewhere around there. And let's hope that we got some big burgers for everybody this week.
Fat burgers. Let's get some fat burgers.
Fat burgers. So, all right, guys. Well, take care. I'm out of here. Thank you all for listening. And we're always around on the channels if you want to talk to us or mess with us. And again, like Mark mentioned, we have a community input ideas channel. If you guys have cool ideas that you think is something you want to share with us, and we'll if we think it's a good idea, we'll let you know. If we think it's a horrible idea, we'll just let you know why we can't do it, or why it's something not able to be implemented.
All right. Thanks everybody for tuning in.
Yeah.
We really appreciate everybody that's listening.
Yep. Thanks, guys. Have a good night.
Have a good night.
Bye.
Bye.